I was talking to Maria's husband, and he actually came to me and said, "Ari, I'm an engineer. This is what I do." And he painted this picture, and I was like, "Oh no, man!" Like I was a little nervous. But then he came back to me and shared his results. So obviously, you were concerned. Was it better? He asked me the best question, guys. And his question was, "Is it better to go out and buy coins right now and just hang on to them, or is it better to buy mining?" And I explained to him from my experience in the past. And guys, I'm just speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from a chart. I'm not speaking from tracking. I'm not speaking from anything. I'm speaking from experience, that in the past, when I've done this, especially back in 2013, if I would have went and bought a set amount of Bitcoin, all I would have had was that set amount of Bitcoin. But mining it allowed me to basically keep buying more packages. And that's basically like a form of compounding. It allowed me to earn much more over the long haul. So Jan, I want you to share your screen. I want people to show your chart, and I want you to people to listen to this for a second. And I want them to see this because I think it's so important, so important.
Okay, so what I did, I derived a set of formulas which show the result of your investment over time. So I'll go over them step by step, starting on the left-hand side over here. I hope you can see my cursor and the hand. The I is the investment. In my case, it's $4,200. The K is the exchange rate between dollars and Bitcoin Vault, which was at the time around 400. So it was $400 for one Bitcoin Vault. Then the R is the rate of return, the ROI actually. And for I earned like about, let's say, $4 for each package of 600 every day. So I could compute that I got 1/60,000th of a Bitcoin Vault every day. So then this means that over time, the X is actually the time. The number of Bitcoin Vaults that you own is derived by this formula. And then the value that is added to that is this. This is the original value. And as you can see, it's depicted in the green line, which you can show over here. This is the green line. This is what you earn if the exchange rate of the Bitcoin Vault remains at the 400 it had like a few days ago. These vertical lines are actually time after 1 year, after 2 years, and at the end of the program, at your investment program, which is 1100 days, which is just about 3 years plus 5 days. So those are the vertical lines. So you can actually see what the difference is between these green, blue, and red lines at any given point in time. Now, what else we can do here is...
Explain to us real quick, though, what the blue and the red are so they understand.
Right, okay. The red one is derived from the formula that is right here. So that's an alternative exchange rate. When Bitcoin Vault started just about the beginning of the year, it was valued at $25 per Bitcoin Vault. Somewhere mid-July, it was valued at 400. So I took the difference, divided by the number of days that passed, and I came up that on average, the increase in value was $1.85 per day. So if that continues to happen, then you have the red line, your value of the value of your amount of Bitcoin Vaults, which is B, is then multiplied by the alternative value of the alternative exchange rate, if you like, of the Bitcoin Vault. And that is the red line. Of course, if you start at day 0, you don't own anything because it starts at 0 and then it increases. As you can see, the red line is sort of a quadratic formula because both the number of Bitcoin Vaults you own and the value per Bitcoin Vault increase at the same time. So that will get you a lot of interest. Like say, if I have these $4,200, if you only enter with one package of $600, I simply slide back this investment bar to 600, and you see that all the lines are lowered. Of course, proportionally, I put them back up to get you a better idea of the differences. So that works that for each and every type of investment you would like to make. The blue line is sort of an in-between, because this means that if the Bitcoin vault starts here at like just about zero, has $400 per Bitcoin vault over here, which is basically right now, then it has like about 1,000 something after 1 year, and will go up all the way to like about $2,400 per Bitcoin vault after 3 years. Now, if that's going to happen, I don't know. If it stays at 400, it's not that likely, but the red line would be somewhere way up there, or like, I'll just see if I can, yeah, like this. So you can see after 3 years at this investment, and the continuing growth of the value of the Bitcoin vault, I would end up at about $188,000 in return for my 4,200 that I've invested right now. Now, if that's realistic, I don't know, but it will be anywhere in between. So I've interpolated a more moderate increase in the Bitcoin vault rate, and that is shown by the blue line. What I did is I will keep the line identical until the 150 days, and I'll explain the 150 days mark in a second. And from there on, I will have a more moderate increase in value. Now, what's about the 150 days? The interesting thing is, I have calculated when do I get my money back. If I put in $4,200, I get 0.07 Bitcoin vaults per day, and I need to have at $400 per Bitcoin vault. I need to have 10.5 Bitcoin vaults, and lo and behold, that happens at 150 after 150 days. So this is my break-even point actually. And since your hash rate that you buy and that you get from your investment is proportional to the investment you make. So if you double your investment, you get a double hash rate. If you triple your investment, you get a triple hash rate. So actually, no matter what you invest, 150 days will get you your money back. It's the break-even point for any investment you make. So that's why this is an interesting line, the 150 days. So that's your money back period. And then from there on, you start earning more money. So I can play with all kinds of rates now. I can play with dates and see what happens to my return of investment. Most interesting thing is, let me see, this is this one. If you have a more moderate rate, or this one, what this one says, the value of the Bitcoin vault increases by 1.85 every day until 150 days, and after that, if X is bigger than in this case 155, then it reduces its increase by to 0.9 instead of 185. So it's sort of halved. But you can see you can play with that, and you can also play with these variables and coefficients to match anything that you think is more realistic as a development of the value of the Bitcoin vault. So this this model showed me that what I did earlier was I put in a line, tell you about is that I did put in a formula which showed that if you buy just like 10 Bitcoin vaults as of day one, uh, until the point like somewhere about 250 days from now, your the value of those 10.5 Bitcoin vaults is more than you've mined. But after that, the number of Bitcoin vaults that you own increases, and therefore your earnings will rise as well. So that red line, that steady line of just 10.5 Bitcoin vaults will go something like this, and then go even underneath the green line. So, and that happens already after about 250 days. So within a year, you're better off with mining than you are with buying a stack of Bitcoin vaults right now.
Okay,
So
so
that's
guys,
about,
yeah, let me cover a couple things real quick. I want to toss out a few things. First off, this is not an investment. You're not making ROI. Okay, I want to cover that so you guys understand this. You're buying a package. You're earning mining rewards. There's a difference. The second thing
okay.
is, as Jan is, he's, this guy's an engineer, guys. He's not a promoter. He's not somebody that does this, so he doesn't know all of these things. He ran this for his own good because he wanted to know, would I be better off just buying Bitcoin Vault than mining? And what he's telling you right here in this chart is one thing: you're not. Only for your first 250 days are you. After that, you're going to have more profit in buying a package. Do you concur with that, with that statement, Jan?
That's right.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to get out of it. I wanted people to understand this. Do me a favor and stop sharing now. But just to give you guys a complete disclosure and a statement here, again, this is not investment advice. This is not an investment. You're not making ROI. You are making mining rewards when you actually do this, because you're buying something that actually does the work for you. It's not passive income in the way that people look at, say, passive income. Because passive income, we all know, is something where you basically go out, you invest something, and then from whatever you invest, you get paid passive returns. Here, you're actually investing into a piece of equipment. That piece of equipment is actually doing your work for you. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand this? Okay, that's a very, very big deal. That's why I'm saying this. It's not an investment. You're buying something, okay?